Hi and welcome back, Sagittarians. Thank you for joining me for another reading. I'd like to take you straight into the reading, starting with the left bottom card there. And as you can see that you've picked up the Lion. Now the Lion is about being very strong and keeping your strength around you. But this is about changes also, wanting to make them changes. You know, you've got intuition, you've got intelligence with the strength of that card. And about moving into doing new things and having the ideas and choices to do. But you've got to keep your strength about you as well and your courage there. So it's about having courage to go into new things or start to want to plan to go into new things that's ahead of you. You do have a lot of obstacles you place up in front of you though, and you do need to know that for your strength card being there and then your wands there, that 7 of wands all sticking up there around you, it means your ideas, you know, you'll stick to your plans and you'll make them and you'll stand your ground, wanting to put your views out there and people to listen to you. So there's things going to come where you need to stick up and stand up to what you actually believe in. So you're keeping all your courage, your strength and using your intuition to go forward here. I can see that there's abundance around you also with the 9 of Pentacles. Now that's been mature, but for me, Sagittarians, there've always been people that have said really hold head on the shoulders. Even when they've been children, they've always looked like they've got an adult head, been able to focus on things that they want and put that abundance around you. Now, and also, I want you to be aware, Sagittarians, that this can mean a little bit of money coming in, either in the form of an inheritance or in the form of redundancies. And no, this won't resonate with everyone, but just be aware that that is an abundance in some way. So it's about having also finances in which to maybe indulge a little bit on yourself. Although you spend on others, don't be afraid to spend on yourself as well. And although I feel that abundance around you. So some recognition we're looking for also for hard work that you've placed into your life and the things that you've done within your life. So now it's like a bit of a payoff time. You do want new ideas and you do have choices within you to go forward. But I can see that you're putting you back to your emotions and all the cups are in the middle row of the left-hand side there. So we're dealing with quite an emotional time here as well. But the emotions you want to drive forward, you want to place things behind you, and you're driving yourself into a new idea, a new situation that you're bearing all this the road ahead of you. So you're significantly going forward there. And see the King of Cups. Now the King of Cups is always there. He tests you a little bit as the King of Cups. It's quite emotional. So there's some emotions around you as well, but it's also advice and taking some good advice. And, you know, it's about you wanting to go into new, testing these waters a little bit for new ideas that you've got with the Lion there. And, you know, in your strength card to go forward. I do see a lot of celebrations around you also, where you're joining together and having social get-togethers and, you know, a little bit of laughter and that nice balance you've got. You work hard but you play hard, and that's what you believe in. Hard work but also a fun time as well. So that's bringing you not all work, a little bit of enjoyment to have there. You have the Judgment card. Now, when you've got the Judgment, it means, again, it's about renewal and awakening because the Judge is rising up here. So the new ideas are coming to surface. But before you can get to where you need to be, you have the Tower. And that means it's time to clear things out, sort things out, and really do away with what you don't need around you. Now, although your new ideas are being born here and you want to go forward, not picking any past judgment up with you, putting all that to rest because it's clearing out and sorting out and getting that feeling here where we have got to move forward with new ideas, but we've got to remove the old first. So again, it's building on solid foundations, the Tower, because we can be rocky a little bit at times. We can get ideas, we want to go on, we want to rise up, we want to go forward, we want to put our back to situations and get on with things. But sometimes we're held back because although we've built things in the past and sometimes they haven't been as solid as you'd have liked them, and that's where things don't actually, well, they fall. And so this is why you've got to know your new ideas your choices you're making are built now on solid, firm foundations. I see, though, that you've got your Justice card. Now, again, she likes a fair fight, does my Justice. She's there to weigh things up as well. Now, always as the Power does the Justice card. She's about decisions making, final options that we have here, putting things to closure as well. And actually, it's a lot about options with the Justice in this reading here. You've got options there in front of you, and although we hold the sword up here and there's two sides to everything, you like to see both sides of everything, so you're doing a lot of weighing up, and that's what you need to do. Rise up everything, clear out, and look at your options that's in front of you, and that's what you do. It's holding your power there, showing that you're good at what you do. The Page of Swords is also there for you. But that is, again, holding the power, your head up in the clouds there. And it's also about news to come as well, because the pages always bring you news, and usually brings me good news, does my Page of Swords. But also it's because it's information, links to information. So watch where, again, like I said, there'll be things and news coming for you. But it represents knowledge too. So there's a lot there for you, but it's confidence that we have within this card. But not to be too overconfident and let things fall, because your ideas are there with your major card at the back. We've pulled the one for you there. Now, that is the Magician. You've got everything there to play with. You've got every trick up your sleeve, but you've also got a lot of options in front of you. So you've got to note that all your ideas, and this is what it feels to me like, you've got new ideas that you want to put into motion. So you want things to appear around you. So things are doing that, but you've just got to know you've a bit of things to play with here. But again, I see the figure of 8 above his head when it is prosperity. I also give you the 5 of swords there in the middle row. Now, the 5 of swords represents battles you've had in your past, but never look back at them, because you see where, if you do look back and you pick up your battles there, sometimes you've defeated such a lot around you, mentally and physically, but you've also know that if you keep looking back, we keep picking up that old past around us, but it's about moving forward. And although we're standing your ground and nothing will defeat you, when you get an idea that you want to run with, you're not going to be defeated on it. You're going to stick to it, and you've got to be careful. It's not at the cost of others. I see the Devil coming in for you there. Now, again, where the Devil is, you've got to be a little bit cautious here, because you can be a little bit obsessive with things when you get an idea. You're obsessed with this. So don't let these ideas run too far ahead with yourself. Make sure you study everything out. Like you say, you've got your Magician there showing you your seeds have been set, but make sure that you don't get too as I said, obsessive about these ideas that you've got flowing around in your mind there. Now, although you can break free anytime you want, but addiction is something you kind of run with there. You'll have an idea and it'll go and go and go, and you'll run with it. But just be cautious there that you seek out everything. I see the Page of Wands also. Now, that is a new direction where work is. So you're looking up where there's new ideas where work is, and you're growing. So there's an opening there for you to go with the Page of Wands to bring you the new work ahead of you. It's also a direction that will lift you up. So it's a position, even if you've got work already, there could be changes coming in what will take you on a new pathway. The Queen of Swords is always in charge. She likes to be an authority figure and in control of her life, and that's what you're feeling right now. I need to get back in control of situations I feel I've not got an hand on at the moment. And it's also seeing two sides. So anything arises, make sure that you see two sides of everything, because you have got the Queen of Swords there. And then, as I said, she's a great lecturer. She likes to say things, and she doesn't like to be told what to do, the Queen of Swords. She likes to put her own thoughts there, because there's a lot of information with her as well. So it's all about information, this reading. It's all about changes and work and direction, all being planned here, because the Magician's setting the seeds for you to do that. So you've got to communicate also, and your ideas, and although she's very creative and she is a good skill is the Queen of Swords, note that the direction at work. You want to know that you're going in the right place because you've got the 5 of Pentacles, and that can sometimes make you feel a little bit lonely and left out. So although you can be in control situations, you can sometimes feel like a little bit isolated, and you want to get out there with your ideas, but you feel like you're struggling a little bit there. So you're struggling with ideas, you're struggling with choices, but although you've got all this struggle going off and very in the here and now, you've got to know that people will be there to always walk with you and guide you along here. So they're sharing things with you, but don't be disappointed, because it is a very disappointing card. It's a cold, isolated card. It's the 5 of Pentacles. I see there you've got the Emperor, but you can be stubborn when you want to be, and you won't budge when you don't want to be. He's a father figure. He's about want to complete things. So in your mind, you've got things that you want to structure together and work, but you've also got to see if they're worth doing, because you can have plans in motion, but you've got to make sure that that's what you really want. It's what you want to cover. It's what you want to do, because the wheel is going to take you round in circles, and that's where you're going now with ideas. That's where you're going with your choices and your knowledge, because you've got a very good head on your shoulders. You've just got to know that there'll be ups and downs, because the wheel can take you to the top, but it'll bring you back down to the bottom. So we're working things off again. So make sure you don't keep overthinking things, going round the same circle and thinking, and then you're blowing yourself all out of proportion, because I can see there then you've got the 9 of Swords. That is also restless times. And sometimes you can be in a nightmare, but you can make this yourself by just going too deep into things, wanting to get going too soon, but things are not moving the way that you want them to move. So take your time, slow down, because the Page of Pentacles is turning up for you. Now, the Page of Pentacles, it's about satisfaction within a monetary sense, and also, again, content with what you've got. So try to look and make these ideas that are right for you, fit for you, because where the Page is, it's very hard working, which of you Sagittarians are very hard working, but it's about being content with what you've got in your hands. So the ideas are there, but you feel sometimes like you're trapped, and this is why the road ahead of you is there, but you can't see which way you want to go now. So your ideas are all up in the air, but they're all in your mind. So you've got to know that the pathway is there. It's illuminating for you. It's lightening up, but there's only you can walk this path. So you've got to take the blinkers on and weigh up, because the juggler's there for you. Just exactly, is it worth putting your foot down in there? Because until you do an escape from situations, you won't get on the move. So it's about what you want in your hands, what you feel is worth. Like I said, you've got a lot of knowledge with you. You'll balance things up. You're looking at the moment what's going out, and you're looking what's coming in, but keep the eye on the finances and balance them up there, because we've got to keep them moving. So it's about ideas, choices to make you go into new moves, and that's why the seeds of the Magician is set for you in this reading here, so that you can make your ideas. You can make magic work, but you've got to take your time in which to do so, and make sure it's the route in which you want to go. So I hope you've enjoyed that, Sagittarians. If you have, like and subscribe for me. It'll notify you then when I put my next reading out. And leave a comment if you wish. So I'll leave that with you, and thank you for listening.